Welcome back to Wreck of the Blue Storm. I am Izzy Noodles and we are still exploring Neptune's Quarters. So right now I am just about to enter the theatre. So at the end of the last video we picked up the theatre key and this is where we're using it. So right now I am in the main hall. Okay, so just enter on through. There's a Medpack just in this corner. And then continue on to the theatre. Okay, so just leap on over, you'll just about land on some harpoons. And that is the stage, the theatre stage, but the curtain is down. We need to raise that so then we can move that block that you can see on the right hand side. So we'll need to get behind the curtain. So to do that, just hit this slope and we can grab the balcony. That was a bad grab. Okay, once you've finally made your way up there, I'm just going to point out to the right, there is this door. So this is timed. It's for in a little bit. So not quite yet, but very soon we'll have a timed run into that room. So for now we can grab some Uzi Clips just in this set of drawers. Okay, and then head on through this way. Okay, so we can see straight away on the ground there is a crowbar lever, so we will be needing to find a crowbar. Also to my right there is a passage, but that's currently closed off. There is a set of double doors that can only be opened from the other side. So just head on down this way and we are behind the curtain. This is the main stage. So right now working on getting that curtain up. So just go ahead, you'll want to climb these boxes with the seaweed on. And just turn around and you'll see this kind of sneaky crawl space just there. That's very easy to miss. And then just follow it through. Okay, so eventually you'll come to this lever. Go ahead and pull the lever. And the curtain is now up. Okay, so first thing you probably spotted was this odd tile. So what I'm gonna do is preemptively put this block onto that tile. So I don't need to do it yet, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay, and the main reason for raising the curtain was for this block that I pointed out, so I need to push that all the way along. The reason I couldn't do it from, well, with the curtain closed is because of the various, like, broken spaces in the floor. So I'm pulling it all the way to the far end. Okay, so once that's as far as it will go, whoops, fell down. Oh, I'm all over the place. Okay, so then just push it back forward to the edge of the theatre ledge here, the stage ledge. Okay, so the reason we moved this was so that we can now climb up to this balcony. Okay, so just helping you get your bearings. So this sign says museum, so the museum is that way, but we will need a key. And that is for the very end of the level. Once we're done, we will be moving on to the museum. So for now, just head through this way. So if I carefully stop at the edge and quickly take a look down, you just saw that block there raising up. So down in this room, I actually pointed this out earlier in the last video. So just over on the wall, kind of just to the left of Laura's head, you can see an arch shape. So that's the arch-shaped receptacles I pointed out for the rows of the C's. So we'll need 2 of those. So I'm not heading downward, but this block raised up so that we have an easy way back, and also so that we're not going to the wrong place at the wrong time, so it stops you climbing up to this location. But now it's raised and it makes an easy shortcut. So for now, I'm just hopping across these higher ledges. Okay, and just hop on over to here. And there doesn't look to be much in this gap, but if you have a good look, there is a button right here on this painting. So this is for that timed run. Okay, so if you press this once, it will show you the door, but I'm gonna instantly just remove the camera angle. If you are playing for the first time, you'll probably end up doing it like that anyway, because it's gonna take you a moment to figure out the route you need to take. So it's not too tight a run, but it can take a moment. So when you are ready, like if you're idle as well, you get a really cool sort of a camera angle. Okay. So watch these floorboards now, these will fall away. And from here straight down to the floor. So we're back on the theatre floor, just keep on going this way. Up to the next balcony. Oh, I didn't mean to stop just there. I'm losing time. We're doing okay, we're still fine. So come on through, mind the glass that's in the middle of the floor. And there we go, we still just about made it. So the door will close behind you regardless. So as well, we have a hint for the upcoming puzzle, so you don't have to come over here, but I'll show you this anyway. So there is a skull. If you press action, something is inscribed on the skull, facing the death. So that's kind of just a hint. So we're going to deal with that puzzle straight away. Also just pointing out, in the far corner underneath the staircase there is a door, but that's currently closed. So this is where our puzzle is, and we have all these skulls. What we need to do is get them facing each other. So get them facing inward. And we have these 3 chains in the room to help us do that. So each chain moves the 2 closest skulls. So this first chain that's opposite the door, pull this once. Okay, so you saw those 2 closer ones move. This middle chain, pull this twice. Okay, and the last chain, you might want to have a save before you pull this. And I'm gonna jump back. As we speak, I'm jumping back. Okay, so now we have not 1, oh, I'm standing still, not 2, not 3, but 4 wraiths, and they can do so much damage in numbers. Okay, so that wasn't so smooth, but I got rid of them. So I have discovered that it is potentially possible to do this game without using medpacks, but I've opted not to do that simply because it is very sort of variant. I will just have to potentially keep reloading the game until I've satisfied that I haven't taken too much health loss, and I just don't want to keep reloading. So I'm not going to do nomads for this game. So wraiths are one thing that are going to sort of do your head in if you're trying the challenge, as well as steam. So anyway, that door there has now opened. You saw how I got rid of the wraiths. There is another way to get rid of them, so let me show you the path to take if you're struggling to get up the stairs in time. We do have further to go, so we will have to go through these doors if you want to come this way to get rid of them. So you might want to make sure you open them straight away. So through here is the main hall, and then you'll just want to go up the stairs and over to the water where you entered the ship. So probably easier, but you'll have to go a little bit further. Okay, so now through the door we've just opened. So as we come down this walkway, we'll get this camera angle of this underwater lever. So that's a hint that we're gonna need to flood the area. First thing we need to do in this area is make our way over to that lever. So it's not too obvious how to get to that, so we'll need to drop down and then climb up to it. So just hop up to here and then we can hop up to here. Awesome stuff, and pull the lever. And a bit irrelevant, I'll point it out anyway, it says B3 on the walls. So that isn't really important, but just so you know. Okay, and to get back, the only way back over is to grab the monkey bars. So where the seaweed foliage is, just in front of me, you want to be on the tile in front of that. And we are above the walkway. There we go. So what did that lever do? It raised up that platform tile just there so that we can enter through that passage. So you can get there from here. It's very difficult. I've not managed to do it, but I've seen it done. So it can be done. But the intended way is to come across this pipe and jump from the corner over this side. So definitely much easier. And Laura's having a very good day on this pipe today. She's managed to go very far without wobbling. Sometimes she's very wobbly, and even now you can see she is really wobbly on this pipe. Some days she's had more to drink than others. See, we were off to a good start. It's all gone downhill a bit. Awesome stuff. And then straight over to here. Much easier to jump to this from that corner. And right around the corner we have a surprise crab. Cool, cool. Okay, and as we enter here, we're actually back at a familiar spot. This is the flood lever that flooded rooms B1 and B2. So go ahead and pull this lever. And let's return back. So as we can see, that lever has flooded this room. So now we can pull that underwater ceiling lever. Okay, and that has opened a hatch somewhere. So I will head straight there, but it's not obvious where we are going. So if I do look to this side, you can see there's actually a sneaky path down there. So that's where we're going. So not too obvious. Okay, here we go. This is the room that's just opened up the hatch. So just grab a medpack before we hop on in. And we will need the harpoon gun. Kind of thought it would die before it got so close. That got kind of tense. I don't know if it took any health off me. Okay, so once you've killed the shark, just look for this underwater hatch. There we go, and head on down. So it looks like there's a lot of places to go to here as well, but the left is a dead end, and to the right it looks like there is a path, but if I just show you, there is a current in this room and we will be returning back this way. So it kind of forces you back through this side because of the current. So that's all that is, that just circles around. So fight the current, it's not too difficult to do so, come through this way. At the end of the room are some harpoons. Okay, and if I just turn around, I'm going to swim back a little ways. Pretty much halfway along the room is this like lower ceiling section. And right here is this grating that we want to shoot out. So swim on in, and there is an underwater ceiling lever. Awesome stuff. We have opened a hatch and we are heading straight there. I forgot what room I'm entering, so now I need the harpoon gun in this room. We'll have 2 barracuda shark fishy fish thingies. Oh, it got me. Oh well. I actually didn't think it was that close. This is fine. I did keep thinking, could I perhaps try out nomads, but I think I best leave the idea alone. Anyway, so right here is the crowbar we're looking for. So before you pick this up, I highly recommend a save. Okay, our oxygen tank has just exploded, so we need to swim all the way back. So not too tricky, but still. You see the hatch there open and the fish come out? Just ignore the fish. The hatch is actually a secret, but we can't get that on the way back. We don't have enough air. So we'll have to go and fill up our air bar and then come back and get that. Oh no, I missed. Alrighty, so that is a just in the nick of time kind of swim back. The swim to and from the secret is very tight, so if you're struggling, you might want to leave the secret behind. We get Uzis, which are not particularly required anyway. Thanks, camera angle, that's lovely. I'm gonna save the game. Okay, and then you do not want to get stuck on anything. This has to be a very smooth run. So just ignore the fish as well if you happen to come across it. Sometimes you won't. Okay, so as you are leaving, you want at least half a bar of breath. And as you get to this corner, that's when your bar will need to start flashing. So that was a very smooth swim, if I do say so myself, and you saw how much air I had by the time I surfaced. So that is a very difficult secret to get. Okay, so now where am I going? Think. Heavens. I do believe I'm going this way. I need to get the valve. Now that I have the crowbar, I can grab the valve. So there we go, just like so, to hop on out of the water and again back across the pipe. We're heading into the room I didn't actually point out. Are you okay there, Lara? She got some wobbles on. Oh my lord, Lara, come on. Come on, dearie. You are almost there. Oh my god. You and your shenanigans. Alrighty, we did it. Good job, well done. Pat on the back for you. Right, so coming into this room now, there is steam. This steam is not here before picking up the crowbar. How steam appears just because you picked up a crowbar, I do not know. But this can be kind of tricky. I don't know how to not take damage. So this is a room where if you want to do no meds, you're gonna have to keep just trialing and erroring your health loss. So first, steam jet, just crawl underneath. We are safe here. We have to hop over this top steam jet. Okay. So I do kind of recommend swan dives. They seem to be the easier way to do things. Okay, so being careful of that second jet that I was crouched under, because that is a very short steam jet. You don't have much chance to be in its path before it comes back on. Awesome stuff. Not too much health loss, actually. I'm quite pleasantly surprised by that. So grab this medpack, and then we can grab this valve now that we have the crowbar. Okay, and then it's showing us where to use it, sort of. So again, being careful on the return. So I don't know how to get out of the path of that the quickest way, to be honest. I'm gonna use a medpack. Mid-flight, using a medpack. So yeah, that was actually pretty good if I do say so myself. I did take a lot of health loss from the wraiths. Like every single wraith hit me on the way out. But otherwise, if that wasn't the case, I'd actually have really good health. And could potentially do no meds, but we're not going to go there because also the health does not go up between levels. That's another thing that makes this kind of tricky. So, we are back here. I'm going to use the flood lever yet again. Okay, so entering out this way, I'm going to use the valve. So I need to head into room B, whatever this one is. B1? Yes, B1. I knew that. Okay, so it's difficult to remember what is what, but we're coming into this room to get to the receptacle for the steam valve. Okay, and here we go. Steam valve. So our path is actually currently blocked by this steam jet. So go ahead and use the valve. And now the steam has swapped over, so we are able to now come down this way. We do have a crab. I'll need to equip my pistols because I have my harpoon gun equipped. Okay. Enter this room and be careful of the glass in the middle of the floor. And we have this piece of paper. Disappearances, July 21st, 1958. The cruise is turning into a nightmare. Several passengers and crew members have mysteriously disappeared, but the most disturbing is that Mr. Johnson himself can't be found. The private museum is locked and the key is unreachable in one of Neptune's aquariums. Hard to remain calm in such a situation. I'm convinced that Mr. Johnson could know something about that. It is night. I'll try to retrieve the roses I hid. If everything is right, I will be able to enter the museum and know the truth. So this is actually what Lara's doing right now. We need to get the roses, which is what we're working on now. And then we're gonna need to find the museum key to enter the museum and find out what is occurring. So continue through. And you see all these breakaway tiles. So not all of them will actually break away. So I'm gonna just go down one side. So more will break away as we progress. Just going to show you in this room, we'll need to find something to fill with water. So we currently don't have anything in our inventory to put water in. So that's something else we're working on. Come into this room. And easy to miss, there is this enormous button. Don't know how it's easy to miss, but I find it easy to miss. So what the button did was open up this door just here. So you can see a few more tiles have broken away as well. And in this set of drawers, we have an empty bottle. So now we have something, we just need to fill it. So careful with your jump out of here. Okay. So I'm kind of purposely leaving one side safe just in case, you know, I struggle to make my jumps across. So you might want to do that if you are playing for the first time. So now I've got the bottle, I'm going to come down this way and realize, oh, I need a valve. So it's actually the same valve. We're going to just remove it from where we've already put it. And you can't remove it unless you've triggered the response or the acknowledgement that we need a valve. Kind of unusual, but you need to go down there to be able to then remove the valve. So here we go. Also, when we remove the valve, you need to stand either like slightly left or right of this. If you are like directly in front of this, you'll not be able to remove the valve. Don't know why. I thought I broke my game. If anyone watches my my walkthrough practices that are linked in the descriptions, you'll see my dilemma. But anyway, we can see that this path is still blocked, so we'll never be able to head back that way. So we'll have to continue this way. Okay, continue straight to where we need to use the valve. Okay, and carry on through this way and we will see that this is now full of water. That's what we did. We've just flooded this section with water. So you can come down here without the water. You'll easily be able to get out if you did not use the valve. So Uzi Clips there. And we'll just need to climb up out this way, and just on this spot is where we can fill up our bottle. Cool, cool. Now we just need to get back out. So it's kind of tricky getting out. We'll need to hop over to the ledge over there, but we'll need to do a running jump. So I find it much easier to do the half tile or walk jump. So I know a lot of people are not so confident doing that, so I'll give a recap for that benefit. So I just find it too difficult to try and curve around to do a full running jump. So just like with a normal running jump, she'll take her 2 running steps, and no matter when you press jump, she will jump after those 2 steps. So, running jump, just an example. The walk jump, so once you hold down the walk button, step forward, you can swap over, take your finger off the walk button and hold the jump button, and it's the same situation. You just gotta start walking and then swap. Like, take your finger off the walk and press the jump, and then she'll jump after 2 walking steps. So I didn't explain that very well. I hope it kind of helps. Okay, so once you grab this, the higher burner will remain on. The steam jet, I mean. The lower one will keep turning off. Just try and time your way through, and you'll just have to run through. The quicker you are, the less damage you'll take. The more you try to be careful, the more damage you will take. So just head on through. Easy running jump to here. And then a bit of a tricky running jump back over this way. So if you mess this up, you will have to go back through the steam jet. There we go. So leave the valve behind, we don't need it anymore. And now we can use the water. Whoop. Dang it. Okay, so something like that. My health is actually much worse because I mistimed my jumps through the steam. Anyway, you can go ahead and use the water bottle right here. That's opened this door. And you can just shoot the cover off this first Rose of the Seas. And don't forget to grab a Medpack as well, sitting here in the corner. Awesome stuff. So that is this section finished with. So I will just go ahead and run straight down all of these. So now we have that, every single one of those tiles will fall away. Okay, and returning back. Hello, hello, hello. What is this? An ambush. So there are 3 of these guys. The statues there don't come to life. But as you're running around, do be careful of the glass. Okie dokie. So I guess you don't have to fight them, you can just run away. So to exit, we need to now come this way. And this door here was currently closed. We've been here before. I didn't actually go up the stairs here, but I pointed out the stairs were here. So we're in the storage room where we picked up the theatre key. So we are literally just, you know, running straight on through. Okay, and come this way, and we are back in the main hall. So, if you remember, there is still something else we can do with the crowbar, so we're heading back to the theatre. Okie dokie, so right here we can now use the crowbar. So you've probably guessed what that's done by the shaking, so that's released the trapdoor here and the block has fallen down. So I recommend you push the block down now if you haven't already done so. Just for ease, mostly. So you're not going to realize you need the block until it's kind of too late and it's going to be really long-winded. But anyway, to find what we're looking for, I recommend you scout the perimeter. There are some crabs down here as well and some glass, so be careful where you step. So just there, it's got a very wide hitbox. Okay, so eventually you should come to this chain. So as you pull that, you can see that we've lowered a chandelier. So we need to head straight there now, but we will have a couple of nights. So I'm just moving to an area away from the glass. So there's two of them. The other guy got lost. Oh, there you are. Well, you're stuck. That's very helpful for me. Cool. So keep scouting the perimeter, or really it's just by the box where we entered down here. So we are now looking for this room, and this is the chandelier that I lowered. So I lowered it so I can actually hop onto it. Whoops. There we go, it's low enough for me to climb. So the second rose of the sea is actually right over there in the corner. So where I'm going now, so to get there we can see that we can jump over to the left side, but that's actually too far away. We'll not make that jump, but I can jump over this side. Snug jump, but it is the intended way. So now just come through this way. Follow it round. And we're back in a familiar place. So this is why we need the block. So now you will need the block down in this gap if you have not yet done that. So from here, I'm gonna look for the chain again to raise up the chandelier. So scout the perimeter of the room and mind the glass, that scared me. Okay, it is raised back up, and of course that is now too high to climb. So I need to climb the box to get out of this section. Okay, as I exit out, sometimes we get to see some flickering as we see the void. I don't know why it does that. It always does that. So anyway, now we can come through this way because I've opened up the doors. There we go. So easy jump over to the chandelier. And the jump over here is a little more snug. I want to save, just in case. Okay. So then you can just shoot the cover off of here and grab the second rows of the C's. And then we can make our way back to use them. So we just have to make our way back. That's the challenge. Okay, so we'll not be able to jump back to the chandelier. It's too far away. So being very careful. hop down to this balcony section. Okay, down here, and there we go, out through here. Climb on the box. There we go, more of the void. So the quickest way, I think, is straight up to this balcony section, and then we can hop down into the Hall of the Roses. So don't forget to be careful of those tiles. Okay. And if I approach the aquarium tank there, we can see the museum key that it mentioned in the note. Oh, I've hit a wall, I can't see! So it did show us something. I kind of rushed ahead and came straight over here. There we go. So the clock is not a clock, it's a sneaky doorway. So we just have to get back there. So I think the quickest way back, or maybe the only way back, we have to hop across the glass flooring. I say glass flooring, I meant like glass pit, just there, into Neptune Lounge. And remember in part 1 when I said I won't be coming this way? Oh, I was wrong. Okay, so just head on through. And we are back at the main hall. Magic. So then we'll just have to make our jumps over to that newly opened section. You might want to be a bit more careful than what I'm being, because I'm just kind of YOLOing my jumps. Okay, so drop down into the water and we can grab the key. So there we go, it's showing us the museum sign, so that's our hint of where we're heading back to. And we're pretty much just retracing our steps. Okay, so be careful jumping over this way. I recommend you stop and line up, because so many times I kind of just made the jump and she's just nicked her heels and died. So that's, you need to be careful jumping back that way. This is the wrong way. Alrighty, so up to here. Over here, careful of the flooring. Into the museum, there will be a couple of crabs if you didn't already enter through here. Is there? Nope, they're dead. And here we go, this is where we're using the museum key. Ooh. Okay, so run on through and the level will change, and as I've already mentioned, your health will not replenish, just pointing that out. So this is where I'll end the video today. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the final part. Take it easy.